point of view tonight, getting a couple of goals, how good does that feel? And is there a sense of relief maybe personally?
No, it's just, of course, it's easier for me, but it's really important also for team that I can help them that way. It's my job in the end of the day to try to help the team as much as possible. Yeah, we still got a draw with that, and I think we have to keep moving from that.
From your own point of view, was it a case of making sure you kept getting involved, trying to take the chances and not worrying about the ones you missed?
Yeah, of course. It's always important just to try to commit to the chances over and over again. Try to bring the balls inside the box because we were creating a lot of chances, and that's the most important. And we just have to keep pushing with those kind of situations.
It's been a difficult last 48 hours for the club. What do the players need now to make it easier for you in terms of a manager coming in and knowing what's going to happen going forward?
Of course, it's never easy when you lose a manager, but now it's up to us, obviously, to stand together as a group, to really show that we can work together no matter what situation. And in the end, it's just important us to focus on the upcoming games, upcoming trainings, and that's the most important.
Well, that's the positive for Manchester United, but ultimately another 2 points dropped away at second from bottom Burnley. It was an eventful game. It was like the days when you were playing with Darren Fletcher, and Burnley got a bit of luck to take the lead and give them that shock start.
Yeah, they did. I mean, poor Aiden Heaven, he's been terrific this season. He's only a young man, but when he stepped in, he's actually played really well. Guire and De Ligt have been out, and he gets there. He just puts his leg up and it just comes off him. He's really unfortunate. Lammers, I don't think he can really do anything. He does the right thing. Aiden Heaven gets to it and just, I mean, it's just unlucky, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, just really unfortunate. As soon as it balloons up, Lammers is wrong-footed and it just drops perfectly. There's nothing you can do there.
But then we just heard from him. Benjamin Sesko stepped up. Only 2 goals in a Manchester United shirt prior to tonight, and he's got 2 in one game under Darren Fletcher.
And he's probably saying, get me a bit of service. You know, get the ball in the box a little bit quicker for me. Man United had 30 shots in this game, Steve. Remarkable, really. What a ball from Bruno Fernandes. That's why you play him as a 10, because he can give you that. And watch Bruno. Checks his shoulder, Sesko's off straight away, saying, give it to me. Great little ball in. And I love this little finish from Sesko. First time, great finish, really good goal, and that's why Bruno's still the architect of everything good for Man United, but it was great for Sesko to get an opportunity to score and give him a bit of confidence.
And 9 minutes later, he did it again.
He did. Excellent ball in, brilliant wing play. Dorgu out on the left wing, probably playing out of position, but an excellent team player. Look at this, absolute perfection, and a brilliant finish from Sesko. Yeah, he just all of a sudden looks full of confidence, doesn't he?
Even Ugarte with a bit more confidence, you know,
Yeah.
Goes to link up. Little 1-2 there. These two been a lot of criticism, but he gets it in first time. Look at the movement from Sesko. Takes the defender away, and then he gets there, gets across first time.
Look how relaxed he is, though. He looks like he scored 15, 20 goals this season. Just in his stride, beautiful. Doesn't overreact when he scores the goal.
That's all he needs to be, doesn't he? In between the posts, get the man some service. I think obviously when players are whipping the balls, and before Dorgu would have played on the right, and he wouldn't have been able to cross that with his right foot, because he's playing on his left, they can combine 1-2, and then he can just whip it in early doors. And Sesko knows there's space there, he can attack it. Physically, he's very, very good. He's very quick, he's very powerful, but they've got to get crosses in. Today was a great example that he can be effective if they get crosses in.
They got 30 shots today, more than any team in any game this season. They were 2-1 up, but then this happened. And Bruno Fernandes, critically, had gone off by this stage.
Yeah, definitely. It was a big change. Big change for the team. You saw, and Burnley just come on. They didn't panic. This is an excellent ball, and this is a brilliant goal. Goal of the night. Just looked so confident when he cut back onto his left foot. Edwards passing through the lines, just receives it with his back to plate. This chop here, perfect, allows him the space. That's an excellent finish. Really, really good goal. And it's crazy to think the Premier League's such a high level that even a team that's struggling so badly in the Premier League has got this quality.
What's the chop that is?
It's a brilliant...
Great ball from Marcus Edwards. You know, just the little straight one into Jadon Anthony's feet. There's not actually a lot of space there to be chopping people, especially good defenders like Martinez and Luke Shaw, but fabulous finish.
We knew Darren Fletcher would give young players an opportunity. We've only seen Shea Lacey very briefly once at Villa Park, the 18-year-old, but goodness me, nearly made an impact here, didn't he?
Tell you what, he's a player. He's got something. I know he's only young and, you know, he's not the biggest, but I tell you what, he's got courage. He knows exactly what he wants to do, get onto that left foot. He reminds me a bit of Phil Foden, the way he moves, the way he dribbles. Technically, he's a very, very good player. He scored a ton of goals in the youth team, but he's so unlucky. He has a picture of what he wants, doesn't he, Joe?
Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I actually thought it was in the whole way. Dubravka's waving that goodbye, you're just hoping to hear that bar rattle there. But he looked full of confidence, didn't he? Had well, it was a bit more of a speculative effort, but he looks dangerous on the left foot.
That would have been the fairy tale ending and the 3 points to Darren Fletcher's first game in charge of Manchester United. As it is, it's a draw, it's a point, and here's what he thinks of it.
Dan, what's your overriding emotion after that tonight?
Disappointed that we didn't win the game. I think we've done more than enough to win the game in terms of chances, shots, 2 cleared off the line. I'm not sure why the goal's disallowed for the foul with Martinez. So I think 2-2. I think if you look at the game in the context of everything, I thought we've done more than enough to win the game. So that's obviously disappointing.
When you get to 2-1 up, does that make it even more frustrating? For
sure. I think when you get to 2-1 up, you want to go and see out the game, try and score another goal. To be fair, Burnley, it's a great finish and not much we could do about it. But that's the disappointing, to be 1-0 down first half, to come out and show that character, second half to go 2-1 up, but then to concede and not to be able to go on and get a third goal to win 3-2. That's the disappointments. But the lads gave their all. The effort was there, the application was there, trying to take on board the new ideas and things like that in such a short space of time. So I'm happy with their output and their levels, but I know they've got way more in them and more improvement to come.
In terms of the way the goals were conceded, did you feel there's a bit of luck there that went against you, or do you feel that players need to do a bit more in those situations?
No, I think you always can do more. Every time a team scores against you, you can do more. I think the first goal is obviously a deflection, so there's a luck element to that, but you have to deal with that. I think every time you concede a goal, there's something that can be done to improve, and we'll reflect on them and learn.
What do you feel worked well tonight? What do you need to still work on?
I felt like our runs in behind, our movement, our chance creation was good tonight. There was a lot of positive play. I think you can tell the players were used to playing in a different system for a while, so it's not easy to adapt, and you can see the challenges that lie there, but that's pretty normal. Fatigue was a big thing today. I thought there was a few tired legs. We've had players who've come back from injury, who've played a lot of minutes. We've had a lot of injuries. Skeleton squad, quick turnaround from Sunday to Wednesday, the shortest of the season. So the players were giving their all under real fatigue, extreme conditions. So, I can only compliment them for their efforts.
From a personal point of view, in terms of Benjamin Sesko, how much did he need that tonight?
He needed it massively, and obviously I spoke to him before the game and tried to reiterate what a good player he is and how much I'd watched him over the years. And we got the service into the box for him. He made great movement, great runs, and he took his 2 goals fantastically. They were well taken goals, both of them.
How are you feeling after this, after having the experience of that 95 minutes?
It's an amazing experience. I'm disappointed we didn't win the game, so I can't hide that. But in terms of the experience of leading the team out, preparing the team, the fans, the support, everything like that, it's a pleasure, it was an honour. But I can't help but stand here and think that we didn't win the game, so that's my overriding disappointment.
You said you wanted to get this one out of the way, then things will happen after that. What, in terms of where you stand just now, will you be in charge for another game, or what have you been told?
Yeah, I've spoke to the board and I'll be in charge for the Brighton game, and then we'll take it from there again. It's one game at a time, so yeah, recover from this game and then we prepare for Brighton in the FA Cup on Sunday.
Some of your former teammates have been linked with coming back. Are you wanting to be involved long term with the first team? What is your own feeling after having a taste of it tonight?
No, I've been around it for a long time before, so I've been around the first team for years before that. I'm only focusing on the next game and the job in hand. There's a lot to do, and it's a big responsibility, so my full focus just now is on the short term, and that's the game against Brighton.
Just finally, from a player's point of view, do they need some certainty and clarity now as well, as soon as they can?
Always, yeah. You want clarity and certainty as quickly as possible, but I think the time frame's been quite fair. We kind of expected it would probably be 2 games and then we'll take it from there. So the players are great though. I know the players, I've known them for a long time, and they're more than on board with me being in charge and helping them and trying to push us forward this season. But as always, you want things to be cleared up as quickly as possible. That's life and every player wants that.
Dan, I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Right.
Well, there's his first experience, and there's some news for you, a little update. He will also be in charge for the FA Cup tie on Sunday at home to Brighton before anything is announced.
First of all, he's a good talker, Fletch. Do you know what I mean?
We all knew that anyway.
I know, but I know, of course you know it, but to be fair, in our team, because there were so many dominant characters, he wasn't that vocal. He just kind of always led by example. He was always consistent. I just thought he spoke terrific there. He gave the lads probably a few messages. Get the ball to Sesko a little bit quicker, play a little bit more positive. He changed the shape and it looked good. I mean, 30 shots in any game is a lot, and they probably deserve to win the game. But I think once Bruno Fernandes went off, that's probably because of the injury that he had. it felt like they lost a little bit of that control in the midfield. I thought Kobbie Mainoo came on, he looked good as well. So I think in the end, with the performance, I think he'll be happy. Just not actually winning the game, which they probably could have.
So he's got one more game, and then you would expect some sort of announcement, which, as he was alluding to at the end, whether it's him, whether it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Michael Carrick, whoever, till the end of the season will it be important for that clarity for the players?
He's right. He's speaking as a player there. We all want clarity. Everyone wants to know exactly what's going on. But you've got to also have understanding in these moments. You've got to understand that Ruben Amorim being sacked changes everything. So Darren Fletcher coming in with a bit of continuity. The lads now know they can focus on Sunday and they can relay the messages. He can, do the debrief after this game. You just got to live in the moment, especially in these moments in a football club when it all gets turned upside down. Live in the moment, concentrate on your recovery, your quality, and look forward to the game Sunday.
Yeah.